Hello, football fans. You see, I'm dressed to the nines, which means it's time to talk about the NFC North. Oh, what a division. The black and blue division. Because it's gritty, it's tough, and all the teams have been around for decades. The Minnesota Vikings are actually the newest of the teams, having debuted in 1961. But yeah, it's always gritty, it's always fun, and as a Packer fan, I enjoy this division, though I kind of think even if I wasn't a fan of any of these teams, I'd probably enjoy it because of the history. But yeah, the NFC North was pretty interesting last year. It was loaded, which almost never happens, and it had its share of drama and fantastic games. And it's fitting that with Monday Night Football 2 weeks away, the division that's going to end opening week takes the spotlight here. So let's have this preview of the NFC North. The Bears, the punching bag of the NFC North, have been for years. And it continued even after they started 4-2 during that period where everybody in the division was over 500. Can you believe that? They only won once after that, but it was the end of the season, and it was against the Packers. So they have that monkey off their backs. But, that and they actually fired their coach during the season, something they had never done in their existence. They had never done that in their existence. That's how bad Eberflus was. He messed up for the last time at Thanksgiving on Black Friday. He was out of a job, and now they have Ben Johnson. They got him from the Lions, so he's their new head coach. And of course, the Bears will be playing with kind of heavy hearts. Their longtime owner, Virginia Hallis McCaskey. Yes, that Hallis, the daughter of Papa Bear himself, George Hallis. Virginia Hallis McCaskey left this world in February at the age of 102. And so the Bears, it's always interesting with the Bears. Are they going to, like I said, they are the butt monkey, if you will, of the NFC North. Do not expect them to escape that label this year. The joke among Packer fans. The joke among Packer fans after the playoffs ended was, we had the least embarrassing playoff loss. This is the year that the NFC North strangely was the group of death. You know, it was a group of death. The Packers, Vikings, and Lions all cluttered together with so many wins. Yet none of them won a playoff game. But the joke among Packer fans is we had the least embarrassing loss. Number one, we were a 7 seed, and we pretty much got what should have happened to us the year before. Number one. Number two, even with the injuries during the game, we still made it close. We only lost by 12 points. And number three, and more notably, we lost to the team that went on to win the Super Bowl. No shame in losing to Philly. Absolutely none. But in the way I see it, even though we finished 11-6 and behind two teams, I think this is a we got nowhere else to go but up situation, because I think I can see us winning the division. We are ready. Hell, we drafted a receiver in the first round. We never do that. That's how serious we are. We're gonna get things done this year. I can absolutely feel it. I sense good things for the Packers, especially if we start off with a win against a certain rival who's been kind of in our hair in the last few years. Oh boy. You know, last year was supposed to be the year that I was going to have fun and laugh at the Vikings, which is pretty much a football pastime for us Packer fans. They're our little brother. We lord over them. No matter how good the Vikings do in the regular season, they fall apart when it counts. But they were supposed to fall apart during the season. I remember how boastful I was last year. They let go of Kirk Cousins, who I felt was the nucleus of that team. Justin Jefferson was pretty much on his own, and they got Sam Darnold. I went, this team's gonna suck. Everybody's gonna tap dance all over. Instead, they win 14 damn games. 14 games with Sam Darnold. Meanwhile, Kirk Cousins was struggling in Atlanta to the point where he actually lost his starting job. The sound I heard throughout most of the season, especially I think since after like November of last year, the sound I heard was basically Vikings fans saying, "Told you so, told you so." So yeah, 14-3, but they're still the Vikings in January, and look what happened to them. They were blasted by the Rams, by a Rams team who wasn't playing at home due to tragic circumstances. Only 9 points. Even the Packers scored more than that. But and that's the crazy thing. Which means only 2 teams beat the Vikings all year last year. The Lions beat them twice, and the Rams beat them twice. But I'm feeling good because there's no way in hell the Vikings are going to repeat that. They're going to come close to it. They're going to go down. They're going to go down. It's the only direction they know how to go. The Vikings are going to go down. I say they have at least a 4-game decrease from last year. I mean, they're not going to win 14 games again. Plus, the quarterback that got them those wins, he's somewhere else. They're going to go with a rookie. Nothing against a rookie. I mean, it's baptism by fire. Who knows how he's going to do? But yeah, don't expect this record to happen again for the Vikings this year. You know, I came to a conclusion when I wrote a vocal story that I haven't shared. When I wrote a vocal story about the 57 Lions, I kind of came to the conclusion that this team is basically not allowed to go to the Super Bowl. I said the 57 Lions. The 57 Lions, that was their last championship. That was their last championship overall. Back then, it was the NFL championship. Super Bowls wouldn't come in for another 9 years at that time. But the Lions are one of 4 teams that have never been to the Super Bowl, but they're the only team out of the 4 that has been active during every Super Bowl season. Every one of the past 59, and this year is going to be number 60. Every one of the past 59 Super Bowl seasons, they've been around. The other 2 teams, Jags, Texans, relatively new, debuted in 95. Jags debuted in 95, Texans in 2002. The Browns were around before Super Bowls, but they were off for 3 years. Remember, they were off for 3 years. The Lions have been playing through every year, never been to Super Bowl, and last year was supposed to be their best chance. 15-2. They won 15 games. This was supposed to be their best chance. I, a rival fan, was pretty much preparing myself for Detroit, Kansas City Super Bowl possibly. Nope. See, the Commanders had other ideas. The Commanders decided to go to Ford Field and just tear it down at that divisional playoff. Isn't that something? 15 wins, nothing. Not the first time I've seen it, and as a Packer fan, sadly, I know the feeling. But, yeah, so literally the Lions have nowhere else to go but down. Now, they won't go down much. I think it's going to be a 3-game decrease. No less, no more. I think they win 12 games this year because this team is still strong. And they're still going to give the Packers problems in that division. But as far as this type of season, I don't know. And would they have a chance to go to the Super Bowl? They have a chance. But getting there, that's the thing. And that is my preview of the NFC North, the best division in the league. And yes, I'm just a little biased when I say that. So, if you like this video, click the like button. If you're on YouTube, click subscribe to more. If you're on TikTok and Instagram, feel free to hit that follow button. And the link above, that's my story on Vocal about the NFC North. Check it out where you can. And, of course, next time I talk football, it'll be about the NFC South, another interesting division. So stay tuned. And go Pack, go!